So should we get another match going? Should we do another match? Please welcome out for this match, Mr. Jed Briggs!
Hey! It's Jed! It's the senior referee of Target Wrestling. Jed Briggs is back. Watch him skip into that ring.
Now this next match is a singles match scheduled for what fall? Introducing first. He needs you all to sit down and cheer for him. He is Mark Hendry.
Oh, here he goes again. That's it, he's grabbing the mic.
Cut the music. Right. If you could get this way, it's really not hard, mate. I know you're a bit simple, maybe. But if you could all stand up, especially you lot, and this side, stand up and then bow down to me. Right. I'm really thinking this is not very hard instructions. I don't see why you're struggling with them. But literally, right, we'll try this again. Announce me again. Say my music right this time. Who said that? Who said that? Right, kick him out. Kick him out. Right, announce me again and do it right this time.
Unbelievable. Every single time. Every time. Demands respect.
He said he requires
Hasn't
you
earned
to
it.
stand up and bow down. He is Mark Hendry.
Right, this is stupid. Right, I'm going to come here so you can all hear me now. But clearly, you're all a bit big. Right, so tell this lot. Stand up and bow down to me. Yeah, tell them. Tell them. Tell them. I'm not useless. Right. Shut up! Shut up! I asked private management to give me a match that's worthy of me. I'm the greatest thing that's ever happened to this promotion. Huh? Come on! Where's my match? Who's worthy of me?
Oh my. Oh my God. It's the moment my inner child has been waiting for. The man, the myth, the legend. Suicide is in Whitehaven, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe your eyes? A man born from a video game. One of the most charismatic mass wrestlers of all time. A two-time TNA X Division champion. The immensely intimidating but incredibly popular Suicide is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. And I have to pinch myself to remind myself that this is real life and I get to do this. Because this will be an absolute perfect. What are you looking at? Sorry, I've been pointed at by Mark Hendry, who's on his way retreating up the ramp, and I don't blame him. Suicide is an incredibly intimidating man. Or is it a man? What is suicide? What a time to ask that question. Suicide is in Whitehaven Civic Hall, as Target Wrestling once again makes history, bringing a huge name attraction to the people of Target Wrestling. I am so excited for the start of this contest. Ever since Suicide was announced to be here in Whitehaven, a t-shirt thrown by Mark Hendry, narrowly avoiding our ring announcer for the evening tribal. Mark Hendry there keeps talking about being disrespected, and I keep trying to draw back the point that respect is earned and isn't just handed out like some kind of confetti that we saw earlier. Oh, here we go. And this is a massive opportunity for Mark Hendry. When you lay it down on paper, a world-renowned wrestler is in your backyard and you have the opportunity to pick up the biggest win of your career to date, and rather than get in the ring and wrestle, he runs like a scolded dog as Suicide is in heavy chase. Look at this amazing athleticism on display, lightning quick stuff as Suicide steps off that second rope. And then arm drag, sending Mark Hendry it's a huge chop. Suicide now going up, he's on that top rope, and down goes Mark Hendry. And listen to the adulation for the fantastically entertaining Suicide. With a big trip, there's Mark Hendry, comes running in with a blindsided attack. Suicide with a baseball slide kick right to the temple will leave a noise ringing in the ears of Mark Hendry for a few more minutes to come. Very disorientating attack from Suicide. I can only imagine how frightening it is to be in the ring with the man. But I'm on his side. That was definitely in this contest. And the big bad body drop. The elevation was huge. Suicide now in the driving seat. The apologies of Mark Hendry falling on deaf ears now as he gets the boot up and blindside Suicide with the attack. Big boot to the face, and now Hendry added insult to injury. There's a blindsided attack, very clever role by Hendry, playing possum potentially in the corner, feeding Suicide in, luring Suicide in, and now has the advantage. What can he do with the advantage now? He has it. Hendry tries to make traction with a big chop, and with that motorbike style suit that Suicide wears, the traction may not be as plentiful as it normally would be, as it's an impressive snap suplex from Mark Hendry. Suicide into 2 count. Mark Hendry is in the position I never would have imagined him to be in this contest against a wrestler as capable and well-renowned as Suicide. Suicide comes striking back with some huge fists. Hendry cuts that attack off before the momentum could build too far. Goes for the pin here. Suicide's leg just touching that middle rope there. Suicide gets to his feet. Hendry looks to lay in the boots here in the corner once again, looking to hit another chop. Suicide avoids the chop, and a big chop, and it sounds like we're going to have a few. A trio of chops from Suicide, as Mark Hendry looks like he went for an eye rake on a man with no eyes, or a mythical being with no eyes. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's your worst nightmare come to life, Mark. You can't cheat like that. You will not cheat like that against Suicide. Hendry gives up and goes shooting up the ropes. Some fantastic lightning quick stuff by Suicide, who's up on the apron here, looks to go in off the top rope, cannonballs over into the swanton, and the pin could be enough to end things. Hendry impressively staying in this contest for a lot longer than a lot of people would have given credit to be able to stay in the contest for, against the wrestler as world-renowned as Suicide, who goes off the ropes and once again with an opportunity to build the momentum, but hits a huge tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. massive backbreaker from Mark Hendry, who goes to work and applies the boots on Suicide. Mark Hendry needs to stay because he's incredibly impressive so far in this contest. Another fantastic suplex there as Hendry is looking impressive and goes for the pin. The Hendry, I'm yet to witness a win by Mark Hendry in Target Wrestling, and if he can pull off this evening, it would be a huge coup for him in his singles career. It'd be a big jump start for his singles career here in Target Wrestling. But as Suicide fights back, the chances of that is becoming less and less likely. As look at this tarantula lock. Suicide, Hendry trying to power through. The Suicide rolls him into the pin, the shoulders are down. Just a 2 count there. Hendry, big boot to the midsection. Suicide eats a knee. And a snap belly to back suplex as Hendry once again looking impressive. Good offense. Good offense from Hendry, but he needs that killer move. He needs to put the nail in the coffin. He needs to find a way to end the contest in a 1-2-3. And he's not the one looking up at the lights. And can tonight be his night? What an upset that would be. Suicide now, looking desperate. Hanging off Hendry. As Hendry looks to get Suicide up once more with a big elevation. And a big body drop there. Leaves Suicide gasping for air. As Hendry proclaims that he knows how to fly. Now let's see if this tree bears fruit. As Hendry is up on the top rope. The lights are blinding as he tries to hit a swanton high risk with no reward, unfortunately, from Mark Hendry, whose spine could be shattered after hitting the canvas there. Listen to the swell of support as Suicide desperately tries to find a way to the feet. Both men up now, and Hendry is the one who tries to steam in and attack Suicide, who blocks the offense. And a big forearms. A flurry of strikes. And a Duke in. Fantastic stuff from the almost comic book-like wrestler. That is Suicide, steaming into the corner, hits the big elbow. Could we see the end? Reversal from Hendry. Suicide catches himself in the ropes like a spider in a web. Hendry completely misses the target. But look out, you need your head on a corkscrew when you're wrestling Suicide. Amazing contest so far. What a brilliant matchup we're having. What a fantastic evening in Whitehaven we're having. Hendry squeals out of fright as Suicide rolls him back in the ring. And are we about to see Suicide up on the top rope? A world-renowned high flyer. The unstoppable Suicide with a diving crossbody into the pin. No, it's not going to be enough to keep Hendry down. Hendry is putting in a fantastic effort this evening to try and claim his first victory here at Target Wrestling. And he somehow hung in this contest. Listen to the Whitehaven crowd. The Suicide. And Suicide's looking for the end. Suicide with Mark Hendry up on the shoulders. No. Hendry wiggles out the back door. Suicide comes chasing in, but Hendry applies the elbow. Look at that, lightning quick stuff. With a big boot jumping off that middle rope into a pin. Oh my God, I thought somehow Hendry could have stolen it, and he's adamant that he did steal it. He can't allow himself to turn his attention to the referee for too long, not when he's got an opportunity to take the biggest win of his career to date. As now he goes for the angle slam, and he hit all of it. Will that be it? Oh my God, somehow still Suicide stays in the contest. Hendry can't believe it, he's beside himself. What else has Hendry got in his locker to keep Suicide down? What more can he provide? What more has he got in that bag of tricks? What more can he come out of? What else has he got to give? He needs to find that extra level, that something special to keep Suicide down. As Suicide wriggles out the back door. Oh, Canadian Destroyer! And now it looks like he's going for it. Yes, it's a Suicide solution. Suicide solution, and that'll be the end.
And the winner of the match, Suicide!
Absolutely unbelievable scenes here at Target Wrestling. What a fantastic performance from Suicide. Incredibly impressive from the man in the mask. The man has ended the evening with a fantastic victory over our resident.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Suicide!
Suicide, ladies and gentlemen, with a fantastic victory here at Target Wrestling, and that has lived up to every expectation I possibly had. Thank you to Suicide for joining us here at Target Wrestling. Thank you also for liking, sharing and subscribing to Target Wrestling. It's been a fantastic evening, and do not forget to like and subscribe.
It is my pleasure to introduce everybody to the first inductee to our Hall of Fame, Sebastian Kerry, who became a member by clicking on the join button just below a Target Wrestling video. You can do the same and gain access to exclusive wrestling matches and all kinds of other benefits. Just click the join button below.